Welcome back to Frogboy X1 Gaming. I'm Andrew, and today we need to talk about something. So if you like this content, don't forget to like and subscribe. But my Hooved friends are telling me that that they've got insider information that Sony PlayStation is just holding back the great stuff because of this ABK deal. They're not trying to show their full hand. They don't want anybody to know what's going on. And then boom, after Microsoft shows its hand, then they're going to come out with another showcase this year, and they're going to completely level the playing field. Are you guys kidding me? Are you serious? No. Well, at least for my community, if you've been here for a while, you pretty much know what's going on. You know the deal, because I've said this multiple times. PlayStation is going into they really are. Like, I don't think these ponies and these fanboys completely understand the gravity of what is going on and what is going to hit them. You've heard me say this multiple times that that them games, the service games, are going to start hitting them pretty hard, and they're not going to know what to do with it. Well, let me talk about this, dude. At least for me, PlayStation 5 is going out on kind of a bang. I get Spider-Man 2 this year. Well, it doesn't, it does look good, and it will look good on my 1440p monitor, but I just got done beating both Spider-Man Remastered and Miles Morales on my PC at max settings. So, the visuals kind of do look a little bit downgraded to me from that experience. But from PlayStation 5, if you look at the PS5 version of those games moving forward, it's really easy to just jump on the 120 FPS mode and get like a blurry looking, not so great looking image, and then try to, put it next to the, the 4K image. I've seen some people over on Twitter trying to do that to try to convince people that the new Spider-Man looks a lot better than it really does. But it doesn't look bad. And for the most part, being able to switch between Peter Parker or Miles Morales and play that game, and still have like access to the symbiote suit and all of this other stuff, you got Venom coming, things like that. Like, I'm hoping that this one is like a big bang. I'm hoping we're into like a 30-hour, at least a 30-hour runtime for Spider-Man 2. I think that would be pretty awesome. I want a pretty good thick story with this particular game. But like I said, man, these Hooved fellas over there, I'm not even going to name names anymore because it's just pointless. It's literally just pointless. You all know who they are. They're the ones that hype you up every day, and then they're like, oh man, the PlayStation Showcase was so bad. But then they're like, aha, I got another today. But don't worry, guys. They're going to come back a little bit later, and they're going to blow us away. No, guys, that's not the thing, man. That's not the thing. PlayStation is 100% chasing games as service. They are. And they're trying to make it stick. They're not going to give up on it. They have the platform. They have the install base. They're not going to give up until they hit that cash cow. They're not going to do that. So you can expect less of your favorite single player, action adventure, over-the-shoulder, third-person shooter, over-the-shoulder games, and you can expect more marathons. You can expect more whatever free heist, or free whatever game that was. You can expect more of that type of things. Like, you can. And you can expect Sony to keep trying to money hat other games and stuff like that. But when it comes to Sony first party, you're going to be getting some games as service stuff, man. That's what they are going head in. That's what they're going. That's the direction they want to go to make PlayStation as profitable as possible, because they know the new generation of gamers has been brought up on these cell phone games, these microtransaction games, all of this stuff, and they see the market, they see the potential. You don't think PlayStation watches all the people that play Fortnite? You don't think they watch all the people that play Call of Duty, Modern Warfare, or Warzone? You don't think they watch all the people that play Apex and all these other things? They've got extensive data on the buying and spending habits of the players on the PlayStation base. And to tell you the truth, when I look at the sales numbers of PlayStation first-party, AAA, third-person, over-the-shoulder bangers, and I look at the attach rate for the console install base, you can see why PlayStation's like, it's kind of a waste of money. Why do that when Fortnite doesn't look anywhere near as good as any of our games that we shovel $500 or like $300 million budgets into? and then don't get that return. Because let's think about it, dude. I've been a PlayStation guy for a long time. The creativity is pretty much dried up. It's pretty much dried up. Like, what more can they do? Every single one of the games kind of feels, functions, and plays the same, except for different characters. I mean, they literally have, since the start of the PlayStation 5, have tried to make every single freaking game they've launched inclusive, adding in the like the LGBT stuff. They've went out of their way to just try to cram whatever they can into these games, because they are, frankly, just they're creatively bankrupt right now. Isn't that something that they used to say about the Xbox? Xbox is creatively bankrupt or something. Dude, everything you ponies have said about Xbox is coming true for you. And you're so delusional that you don't even see it coming. You don't even see it coming. So when I say, yeah, dude, I'm excited about Xbox and what Xbox is doing, and that's because I'm like, yeah, dude, I'm getting a better consistent flow of particular games on the Xbox platform. Like, yeah, I've already been getting my games as service over here, but I mean, Microsoft's not running head first into trying to, like, dude, PlayStation bought Bungie for a reason. They bought Bungie for a reason. They need a freaking cash cow to keep sucking in the money for them. Xbox is buying companies that specialize in making third party action adventure games and Call of Duty shooters and stuff. That's why they're going after Activision. I mean, both of them are going to be going for both of them are going for games of service. Like there's no ands, ifs, or buts about that. But the thing with Game Pass is we're going to get a lot more games, and they're not going to they're not going to be super high budget. All of them, not all of them are going to be super high budget. Some of them are going to be, lower budget, like Redfall, whatever. Some of them are going to be like games that are like, hey man, I want to test something out. Let's make this game. You know what I mean? Like, we're going to get a diverse lineup of games for Xbox. Whereas on PlayStation, you're going to get a lot of games as service games, and they are going to go out of their way to try to get these games onto their platform over other titles. They are more interested in trying to get as much money out of you as possible, while Xbox is trying to get money out of you too, but at a different rate. They're like, hey man, we just want people to sign up for Game Pass. Game Pass is the best, like, seriously, in this day and age for gaming, with Game Pass being able to get you a lot more exposure to those titles. Sony's testing it right now too. They're dropping some games day and date on the PlayStation Plus. They even sent me an email like the other day. If I renew my subscription that's not due until next month, if I renew it by the end of the month, I get 25% off of that. So that's pretty freaking cool. Like, I do like that. I do like that about PlayStation. It comes out to about $89.99 as opposed to the $120. So that is cool. That's definitely a win for PlayStation. But you got to understand, ponies. You have to understand, dude. Like, it's over. It's over. This is the change, bro. This is the change. Xbox went subscription service. PlayStation is going games as service. They're going to focus heavily on games as service, and Xbox is focusing on Game Pass. So yeah, dude, you're going to get some mid games on Game Pass. Sad face. But you're going to get a bunch of games as service games that like, some of them are going to flop. They're like, I already know for me, like, I don't mind games as service games. I do like some of them, and I do play some of them, but not enough. Like, I don't like games as service games enough to sit and try to juggle multiple different types of games as service games. Like, I can't do it, man. It's too hard to get in there and start trying to play a whole bunch of them. So I don't know, man, what these little PlayStation fanboys are doing. I don't know what their conspiracy is, like, really thinking that, like, all of a sudden, no. My prediction, if I was going to predict Sony was going to drop anything else, I'd say games, the Summer Game Fest, you might actually get, you might actually get factions. They might announce factions there. And then they're also going to, like Death Stranding 2, if it's farther along, you'll get some announcements for Death Stranding 2 as well. So you got factions in Death Stranding 2 that you could potentially get more from the PlayStation or from the Summer Games Fest. On the Xbox showcase, and you might get some that are third party games that are multi-plat, but in recent history, like with the Xbox shows, I don't really think they've been trying to show as many multi-plat games that are coming to PlayStation as well. I mean, like they do got some of the rights, for like Diablo 4 and some of those other games that I mean, obviously they're big AAA games, and yeah, they're clearly going to be third party or multi-plat games, but for the most part, like when the Xbox show comes, I mean, after seeing PlayStation show, dude, I'm going into this one with a mild temperament, but we shouldn't really have to. We really shouldn't have to, because the Xbox should be showing us some new games. But here's the real kicker. This is what I'm gonna end it with. This is the real kicker. All of PlayStation's first party AAA banger studios launched all of their stuff already. Already. Up to Spider-Man 2. They've already launched it. All of them are still deep in whatever with their new games and all of that stuff. So here's what's going to happen, guys. Here's what's going to happen. Xbox has been working on their next gen games, so we're going to start getting those dropping. From this year forward, we're going to start getting those things dropping. With PlayStation, though, having such a good PlayStation 4 generation, their PlayStation 5 generation is kind of going to be limited toward the end of the generation. It's going to feel like Xbox One generation. Next generation, it's going to be flipped back. All of PlayStation's going to have some heavy hitters throughout the PlayStation 6. Xbox is going to be a little bit more dry. Well, I don't know. Xbox has a lot more studios now too, so they might not be as dry, but I don't know, man. I really hope, but yeah, this is the PlayStation generation that's not going to be. It's going to be a heavy-handed third-party exclusive deal generation for PlayStation with the way that their first-party developers are tied up, and they're still trying to get out some titles. So that's something to think about. Something to think about, man, because we had a terrible Xbox One generation with the low amount of studios that Xbox had. Toward the end, it was getting pretty dry, but they had a lot of good stuff at the beginning, whereas PlayStation's had all their good stuff at the beginning, which was all PlayStation 4 stuff. But now they got to get to the end of this generation, which they've still got, 23? They still got about 5 years. So we might get another, like 1 or 2 or 3 maybe. But I don't know, man. So if you guys like this content, don't forget to like and subscribe, and we will see you in the next one. Thank you for watching.